guys, it is Friday, November 11th, 2022, and I'm back for Free App Fridays. Every Monday and Friday, I bring you guys free music production applications to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, I'm going to make this a quick one. I got to run, so let's jump into it. We are continuing with the theme of November 2022 being filters and EQs, free filters and free EQs. So let's jump right into it. The free app for this Friday, November 11th, 2022 is as follows. So first up here, we're dealing with some filters. So we have one called Analog. So with this one, what it is boasting is the fact that it has some saturation, distortion, coloration happening here. So as far as the filter side, you have your cutoff frequency and your resonance. Pretty straightforward. There is an output knob for you to balance out your levels if you're trying to gain match and keep your gain staging at a specific level, right? Then you have the distortion knob. There's also input, which if you drive it into the distortion some more, it's gonna also affect the distortion, how much distortion, how heavy it is. And then down here we have a selector where they're gonna have different algorithms for different types of distortion. There are some presets that come with it to get you up and running, but this one is cool to check out if you're looking for a filter that's gonna help give you some kind of extra tone and vibe while filtering. All right, next up we have Aurelia Filter. And this one is a filter that has two LFOs, which is gonna add movement to your filter. So if you're looking for some movement on your sound, a good way to achieve that is to add an animated filter, a filter which you can add some animation, some movement to the filter, get it moving back and forth, put some more life and interest into your sound. So that's what this one is. So next up we have some EQs. We're looking at some EQs that are kind of like digital emulations of rack mounted EQs. Some of them are not really trying to emulate anything specific, but it still has that design of something you would see in a physical studio rack. So we have Dead Duck Software as usual. They have their bundle, and within the bundle there is an EQ. And these type of EQs are great for toning because there are limitations of the band range. Every band has a specific range and it can't go outside of that range. So it kind of gives the EQ a specific tone and vibe because you're kind of limited in where you can boost and cut. So we have, this one is pretty straightforward. I'm not going to go through the interface too much. It's pretty straightforward EQ. It's lightweight. It is functional. It works. Next up we have Slick EQ. With Slick EQ, what it has going for it is, in addition to all the regular stuff, they have different tone modes, I guess algorithmic modes of how it performs, how it saturates, and how the curves are. If you switch right up here, they have the German model, US model, British model, and a Soviet model. So definitely check that out. They have some more things under the hood with the settings. There is a high processing mode and an eco mode. The interface is resizable, and you have the usual suspects. You got your high pass, low pass shells here, and then you have 3 bands for you to EQ. So definitely check that one out. There is auto gain compensation if you want to turn that on also, which is great, so that you're not being fooled by changes in volume as you're boosting and cutting frequencies. Next up from the same developer, we have Nova. Nova is a parametric EQ, but the interesting thing about Nova, you got the interface here with the spectrum analyzer, but also it is a dynamic EQ. So for each band, you can turn on dynamics and get some dynamic EQing going on. Set your threshold ratio attack time, release time, to get some dynamic EQing going. So if you're looking for a dynamic EQ, this is one of the best out there from this developer, Tokyo Dawn Records. So check that one out. Is this the last one? No, this is not the last one. Next up we have Baxter EQ. This one is pretty straightforward, has that rack look, and once again you're locked into these bands, and you have all the usual suspects there: high pass, low pass, and then you have your bands where you can boost and cut frequencies. This is doing some kind of emulation. I'm not sure what it's emulating, but it's there for that. Read the information, it'll give you all that. Has 64-bit processing, oversampling, all that good stuff. Now Lofticus, this one I use all the time. This is the first thing in my mastering signal chain. Once again, it's great for toning. It has the master mode and regular mode. When it's in master mode, these dials snap to specific points, these specific hash marks. If you turn it off, the hash marks are not there and it just moves freely. The knobs move freely. Also, the analog mode is giving you some kind of analog noise, which can be good or bad depending on what you're doing. And it has gain keep compensation, which is very good. Once again, so you're not fooled by perceived loudness changes when you're boosting and cutting signals, cutting frequencies on your signal. And you'll hear the changes that's being made without volume changes. So if you need that, you turn that on and you're good to go. And then also they have this option for boosting 40K, which is not always necessary, but it's a cool option to have. This is one of the EQs that have it. This EQ is emulating the famous MAG EQ. So that's what this is. So if you're looking for a MAG EQ emulation, that's what they're attempting to do here. But this one always sounds great. Like I said, I use this in my master chain every time. That's it, guys. So check out the link in the description. It'll take you to this blog page where you can click on the download links for each plugin respectively. Also check out the link in the description for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. It is a 6-part series that was updated in 2021, and it has 6 parts dealing with different topics, and the topics are as follows: CPU, RAM, hard drive and storage, GPU, audio interface, and MIDI interface. So if you want to understand how those components work with your DAW to help you produce music, record music, mix and master music, then check that out. It'll give you some insight so you'll understand if you're looking to get a rig, a computer setup for music production, you're upgrading, or you're getting your first rig, laptop, whatever it is. This will give you some insight on what you need to pay attention to as far as the specs that you need to help you produce music and not have issues, and to kind of future-proof your rig so that, you know, it'll hold you down for a good amount of years. You can get a good bang out of your buck. So that's pretty much it for the videos, guys. Check back on Monday for Free App Mondays as we continue with the month of November 2022 being themed with free EQs and free filters. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and as always, you will see me in the next video.